games like Saturday, does that show maybe the distance that's still between where you're at and where the top of this conference is?
I think we're there. I mean, I really do. Just a few mistakes here and there, a few missed plays, a few missed opportunities. I think we're right in that ball game. We got an opportunity to win that ball game. But I think this group of young men has really worked their tails off this whole entire year to get to where we are right now. Just the commitment that they've had to each other, the improvement they've made, week in and week out. But I still feel like we're one of the top teams. I really do, just because a few missed opportunities, we take care of those things. We win some of those ball games. Mo West, we turned the ball over quite a few times. Central Missouri gave up a few big plays. Had turned the ball over, once. But there's opportunities in there for us to go make plays, and we're leading halftime of two losses. But I think we're there. I think we're close, and I think it's great for the future of just kind of holds what the future is going to hold for us here, the next few years.
Give up 47 points. It felt like the defense actually, considering what Central Missouri is. There's a few big plays in there, but were you happy with the defensive effort? Because it seemed like you got after it, you were physical, and made them earn a lot of it.
Yeah, that's proud of our kids. All their effort. Offense, defense. I thought on special teams, I don't think our kids ever question their effort. It's just, putting ourselves in good situations and making the plays is. The effort's there. We just got to make the plays when our name's called. A few too many big plays, we gave up, and that really hurt us, down the stretch, and offensively not scoring, in the second half, kind of put us in a hole as well. But, it's tough. They're a tough football team. They run a high-tempo offense, and it's really, really fast. And they made some good adjustments defensively, and they capitalized on some certain situations that we didn't capitalize on. So, I think we're there. We were in that game. I thought our defense did well. I thought our offense did really, really well in the first half. But there's still points that we need to get, and there's still points that we should have kept off the board. It's just those big plays killed us.
You haven't had to bounce back from a loss for quite a while. Any concerns with this group about them doing that?
I don't think so. This one hurt. It really did. Our kids put a lot of time and effort into these last 5-6 weeks. Heck, really, this whole season they put a lot of time and effort in, and that one hurt because we had an opportunity to go into Central Missouri, who was the number 11 team in the country, and knock them off and hopefully try to get into the playoffs. And so it does sting a little bit. But this group, they bounce back. They're tough. They love one another. They're going to play hard for one another as well. And I see today kind of being a little rough just because of film and things like that. But as the day goes on, we'll get through it. And after Tiger Run, that game's over, right? And we're on to the next one.
This game against Emporia State, both teams with an even record, in-state. There's a lot built into this game to have the end of the regular season coming back.
It is. It's a huge game. One team's going to end up 7-4, and the other one's going to be 8-3. And I hope we're the 8-3 team. I think we got the kids that can do that, and they're going to come in here trying to win as well. We tend to play better at home, which is good for us that we're at home. And there is a lot to play. Just with recruiting and all those things, the same kids in state and in Oklahoma and Texas as well, where they go. And this is a big game for both of us, and this game could possibly, get us into a bowl game as well, maybe, and we'll find out.
We take you back to the very beginning of the season. You said you were going to have either 7 or 8 wins at the end of the year, and I'm talking preseason. Is that an acceptable season?
Honestly, with this group, I think they want to go undefeated, and I did as well. And is it acceptable? From where we were last year to where we are now, yeah. These kids have really worked to put themselves in good situations. We are a very, very young football team, and there's a lot of young men on that field that didn't get a lot of reps, coming into this year, and they performed very well. The grit this team plays with, the nastiness, the family, the brotherhood, and that's what we're really trying to build, was the character of this team and changing the culture. And this group did it, and you can see that by those wins. So hopefully this next week we're 8-3, and we changed a season from a 3-8 season to an 8-3 season. That's a big task, and these kids did it. So hopefully we win this one this Saturday.
Obviously, UC unique style with the way they play and their tempo. you're gonna face a team that's maybe even faster this week in Emporia, but were you happy with how your team, one, prepared for and then handled that tempo, especially in the first half?
I thought they did a good job. I really did. I mean, we gave up some big plays here and there. I mean, I thought our kids handled the tempo very well. They were getting some of those snaps off pretty quick, and our guys did a good job of it. Again, with teams like that, you can't do a lot. So hopefully this week, since we're kind of used to that tempo, we can do a little bit more defensively. The only issue is that they give you a little bit more motions than Central Missouri did. So we'll have to adjust for those and prepare. But our kids will do that. They'll watch film together. We'll prepare them through practice. We'll keep an up tempo practice, so it was just like we did last week, to make sure that they're prepared. But that helps. Last week helps us, going into this week. And even though they might be a little bit faster, I know they ran like 106 plays last week against Southern. We got to try to limit those plays, and we got to be good on first downs. That's the number one thing. Be good on first downs. Get them second and long, and hopefully get them third and long, and then get our defense off the field and put our offense back out there.
I was going to ask you about that, the differences between the two, because you said both up tempo, but how does Emporia State maybe go about it differently?
Central really tried to hit the deep ball. I mean, they really did. They kind of hit the shallow routes, then they go for the jugular with the deep ball, and that quarterback scrambled around very, very well. Bought time, and you kind of knew he knew where he was going to throw the ball, every single time, and they got behind us a few times, and we gave up a few plays. Emporia, they're a little bit more, shorter passing game. They will take a shot every once in a while, but they're quick tempo. It's get up to the line of scrimmage, and it's 5-yard, 10-yard routes. Really nothing really deep downfield, but there are a few, that go downfield as well. And they try to spread you out of the box and try to get their run game going. So, we got to find ways to keep guys in the box, and to stop the run, and then also stop the pass as well. So we're going to have a great pursuit, great vision this week on defense, and we got to fly around and be physical.
With one game left, there's going to be postseason honors coming out, at some point. How many guys do you take from your team as far as names that you'll be trying to get onto some sort of all league mentions?
There's quite a few. I mean, just from the progress that these kids have made through the summer and through fall camp and even through last spring. There's kids that are on our team that deserve honors, whether it's first team, second team, or even honorable mention. I think there's quite a few of them. I think there's kids at every position that deserve some type of recognition on our team. So. The hat goes off to them because they put the work and the effort in and did the things we asked them to do, and they got this team to where it is now. So I feel at every position we have a kid that should be nominated, either first or second team.
Kind of touched on the importance of the fact it's 4 days in Emporia State, long rivalry, just the significance of this game and what the importance of getting a win in this type of game has for your program.
We need to get it, because 8-3 sounds a lot better than 7-4. I mean, it really does, and just the change that these young men have made, over the last in 1 year's time is tremendous. And again, it goes down to recruiting. It helps with recruiting as well, especially in-state kids and kids in Oklahoma and Texas, where we kind of battle with them, quite a bit. But it's an in-state rival as well, and you want to beat all the in-state schools, and we need to find a way to beat Emporia this week, and whether it's our offense, scoring 80 points, or our defense, shutting them out, one or the other. We got to find ways, as a team to go and win this ball game, and we have the kids to do it, and I think they're going to be up for the challenge.
Does your message change to the team before a regular season finale, like before the game?
Not really, but this this is the last time, we'll play with these seniors and the same group of guys, here in 2023. Next year's group will be a little bit different. We're going to lose 5 or 6 kids, to senior day, and that'll be the last time we get to play with those guys in our family. So we need to play for them, which they are a big part of our family, and they've done a lot of good things here. And, we need to continue doing what we're doing and continue to win and improve, through the off season as well. So, but this game is going to be big for us. We need to find a way to win it, and we need to play for these seniors because they deserve to go out with a win. And it's also remembering Daniel Howard as well, who was here with us for a year, and it's just going to be his senior day as well. His family's going to be here too, so we need to go get this one for him as well.
With the COVID year that everybody went through, there's still a lot of kids that are seniors, but they're not seniors, or they're listed as juniors, but they're actually seniors. How do you go about figuring out? Do you just have individual meetings to find out who is for sure coming back? 'Cause I'm sure some of these kids are ready to graduate.
Yeah, it's just conversations. Those kids that, they're getting ready to finish up their degree, do they want to continue playing, or are they ready to go out and live the real world and get a job and start making money? And, that's for some guys, but some guys want to come back and play that last year. So it's just having individual conversations with them, and then your expectations, if they are going to come back, need to be high as well. It's just because I'm not going to go through what we did in 2022, because we had a lot of those guys come back that had extra years, and it wasn't very good. But they're going to come back. They need to make sure that they're leaders. They have a great work ethic. They show great character and lead this team the proper way.
Real quick on it, what challenges does Emporia State's defense pose, and that you guys got to have success against them?
I mean, just again, it's a 3-man front and bringing pressure from everywhere, playing some man coverage, playing some different zone looks, slants, and just different little things like that they give you week in and week out. They just have so many guys that they can bring from different areas, and they feel very hard on the run as well. And we got to find a way to loosen them up, offensively, and get some big plays on them to hopefully keep those safeties out of the box and force them to play the run with 5 or 6 guys instead of 9. And so that's something we're going to do to get our pass game going. But I still think we need to establish our run game early, and hopefully that gets some of our play action opened up a little bit, and we can go hit them deep. So that's it. I mean, they bring them from everywhere. I know last year they were one of the most physical defenses that we saw. And they're very similar this year as well. So, we just got to make sure that we take care of business up front with the offensive line. Jack takes care of the ball, through the air, and running backs and receivers take care of the ball as well. We can't turn the ball over because they seem to capitalize on those things very well.